This research is about safety considerations for space analog stations and Mars habitats, and Professor Julio Rezende here has the co-author Souza. We both are from UFRN. Okay. This research evaluated possible accidents that may occur in the assembly of Mars analog station and possible outputs to future space stations in Mars and Moon. This research is the result of the mission operated in Habitat Mars Space Analog Station in Brazil, which happened during the January 10th, 2020. Here we can see in the image the landscape of Habitat Marte in Brazil. In the mission 27 in Habitat Marte, was experienced rain and winds, and also this increased the risk perception, generating stress and psychological suffering with the crew. During the mission and post-mission was evaluated the development of procedures to avoid stressful situations arising from the risks from rains. And now I'll be talking about weather conditions in Caiçara do Rio do Vento, the city in the countryside of Brazil. From January to April 2020, there is a forecast of frequent rains in the regions where Habitat Mart operates. In the graphic, we can see some rains happening during January, February, March, and April, also May, June, sometimes in July. From the Mission 27, we have some learnings. The main learning is the demand for a safety protocol to deal with the procedures to construct analog habitats and also identify outputs that would be applied on Mars. In Mars, the threats will be different. For example, the possibility of sand and dust storm, and this is also related to radiation. Some risks during the rain circumstances that were identified are falling, electric shock, difficulty in handling tools, accidents, physical and epithelial injuries, and mobility difficulties. In rainy conditions, additional safety precautions are required. Also was evaluated risks during the sunny circumstances. Some possible risks are insolation, burns, dehydration, vision loss uh, caused by the sunlight, and other factors. One important question is in which circumstances the extravehicular activities must be suspended. Look information to predict possible risk conditions arising from rains. It's necessary to observe clouds in the sky, pluviometer, rainfall requests on the specialized sites. In the time of heavy rain, extravehicular activities could be suspended after evaluation of these possible consequences of working in this condition. Here we can see some rainfall requests forecasts on specialized sites. We can see here we are in September, and here we have some forecasts for September and October. Here it's possible to see that we don't have rain predicted for the September and October of 2020, and also in October we can see some more clouds formation in the end of the month. Observing the Mars Desert Tree Station (MDRS) in Ranksville, Utah, United States, and other space analog stations during the harmful conditions, it was possible to identify that in conditions of climate instability, such as rain and snow, EVA are suspended. This is a procedure to be followed by several analog stations in the world. Was also possible identify possible infrastructure improvements, procedures to deal with examples are application of non-insulated tapes in the floor, cleaning rainwater accumulated with squeeze, creation of more areas covered with roofs, creation of drainage structures, preventing the accumulation of water, pavement of soil, clay areas by cement surface in order to avoid the contamination problems and accidents arising from contact with mud. Also at MDRS in the 182 mission, November 2017, many problems related to mud were observed. Uh, was considered some safety procedures to space analog stations. He strongly suggests to crews and space analog stations the health and safety officer be prepared for to do a presentation, mailing the beginning of the mission about how the crew members must be prepared to operate in the case of accident or other kind of problem. Also, it's important first aid procedures. Uh, this can save a life of a person. Part of the mission space analog station must consider simulations for accidents. Also, it's important the familiarity with confinement space protocols, occupational safety and health administration (OSHA) procedures. This means that it's necessary discussion and evaluation about proceedings related about work in this kind of environment. Some possible threats when building habitats in Mars that we are considered are the dust storms, strong winds, cosmic storms, landslides in unstable areas, and also contamination of clothing. There is also permanent challenge related to how to avoid dust contamination and how to clean spacesuits and equipment after EVAs. In Mars, a great care is necessary in the preparation of the caves to connect different habitats. Related to health and safety guidelines, the spacesuits, not only in the MDRS suits, are very anti-economics. So, activities in mountains, rock formations to collect soils, rock samples are extremely dangerous. Also, being possible a possible injury or in the spacesuits. I suggest EVAs just in the ground level. Problems with high temperatures use the spacesuits need the awareness and care about this. As some crewmates can faint and collapse. Incidents like this would be difficult to repair considering the person. Take care with the stairs. Some procedures of safety would be proposed as a checklist would be done in the beginning of the rotation and simulation associated with first aid and how to proceed in case of accident. It's recommendable attention related to drink water regularly. Some considerations about the improvement of the spacesuit is a health design, should comfort, neck comfort, feeling of safety, overall economic analysis, weight, experience in EVAs, experience walking in EVAs, experience collect soil samples. And as conclusion, it's interesting to see so many insights occurring from the operation of space analog stations. It shows the importance of this kind of environment for safer human explorations of Mars and Moon. About the use of spacesuits in Mars and Moon is necessary cleaning procedures when the astronauts return from extravehicular activities. There is a procedure of a more accurate cleaning process. It is also necessary to develop new technologies, methods for cleaning clothes and new substances. Probably a large number of solutions already exist, but they are kept in secret by national space agencies. This is my references. Thanks so much.